How did you know we were even here? Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not to keep her waiting, eh? Alright, back to Eulmore we go. Gods forfend! Well, nice. Here seems out of the ordinary, though I don't see the Lady Chai anywhere. Probably paced around outside again, staring up into the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. Alright, let's check on the lady. What's going on, Chai?
カイシルちゃん、よくやってくれたわ。
ドゥリア夫人、一体どうしたというのです？
ああ、もう私どうしたらいいかわからないの。一人で本当に心細くて。
一人？確かに旦那様の姿が見えないようですが。
そうなのよ。あの人が私を置いて出て行ってしまったの。
なんですって？一体なぜそんなことに？
それがアルフィノちゃんはしばらくユールモアに残ってくれていたから知っているとは思うのだけれど、あれから私たち自由市民が集まってユールモアの新しい元首を選ぼうとしていたの。
バウスリーの後任を決めるため選挙を実施する計画でしたね。
ええ、でも誰も立候補する人がいなかったの。私たち自由市民は怠惰な時間を過ごしすぎたわ。我が身の振る舞いを正すだけで精一杯なのに、混乱した国を率いようという人はいなかったのね。それで自由に投票しようということになって、結果選ばれたのがうちの旦那様だったの。
Yeah, that's to be expected with how he led the group.
チャイヌズ殿は巨大タロースの件でも見事にリーダーシップを発揮しておられました。適任のように思えますが。
私もそう思ったわ。彼はダイダロス社を率いていた立派な人だもの。だから私、選ばれた時に背中を押すようなことを言ったの。きっとそれがいけなかったのね。あの人、その時を最後に姿を消してしまったんだから。
望まぬ大役に推挙され、重圧に耐えきれず失踪したと。ドゥリア夫人、どうか顔を上げてください。私は旦那様が愛するあなたを捨ておいて逃げてしまうような人物には思えません。きっと理由あっての一時的な外出でありましょう。
本当？アルフィノちゃん。 あなたもそう思う？
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I won't say spineless, but he wouldn't have fled.
聞いての通りです、ドリア夫人。チャイヌズ殿が誰よりもあなたを愛していたことはここにいる全員が知っているのです。旦那様のことは私が探し出してみせますので、どうか気を強くお持ちになってお待ちください。
ありがとう、アルフィノちゃん。あなたたちを呼んできてもらって正解だったわ。私、パーラーのいつもの席であの人の帰りを待っているわね。
All right. More food. So much food. Take all the silver pieces I can get. I can use them for Doma when I run out of gear. It makes sense. Makes no sense for Master Cha to have left without a word. But even if he had, he would have not done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something. I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to where anyone who saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I'll meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. Alright, let's see what we can find. Master Chai? Well, yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Eulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vother's apparently inexhaustible stores of meal and no great need for money, it's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors would do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Eulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. Alright. What? I said to go further down. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When I last saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while about his concerns over the sea's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vothry and fighting General Ranji in a heap of fighting General Ranji in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. And not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Eulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Colusia as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Alright. I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts, and you can be sure he gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, and there was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When we heard that, he started mumbling to himself. Something about finding us a work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ears chewed out about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. It looked like he was headed for Gate Town when I last saw him. Alright. I mean, this place could do with a bit of bits of attention. Oh. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Eulmore, an idea which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Eulmore, mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? For all we know for certain is that Master Chai has some great concern not only for Eulmore but surrounding settlements. It seems logical then that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Cessa, if you would go and make inquiries in right, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town, I'll leave to you, Kaishir. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we finished? Well, top rung would seem to me to be his next move, most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, any of us will have stumbled upon him by then. But if not, we'll be well situated to continue our search. All right. Off to right I go. That's a lot. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mystel gentleman here not long ago. What the? I don't know if you hear that, but something's going on outside. You wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Eulmore, or rather the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of Mule and the chance of a lavish life among the free. And Vothri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sinniers came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Eulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Chai news, was it? I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after, and that was that. Gotta go up, gotta go up, gotta go up! So he paid a visit to both Roy and Gate Town as well, did he? To see, Kaishir and I gleaned about this much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Colusia, and the only likely place he has left to go being in Midi. Come, if we are quick, we may yet catch him. There's the only settlement around here besides Comra and Tomra. There you are. Cecil, Alphnode, Kashir, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, China Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for. Lady Chai has been high and inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word and bade us return you to her side. What places are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. I suppose she could have overlooked it. And then when she gets an idea into her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but since we're here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. Oops. Let's not skip cutscenes either. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Colucia. That much is true, but I am no means sure I'm the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, it will not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see. And you believe certain resources can be found here? Indeed. The people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans. A man whose counsel may yet make a mayor of me. And with respect, what such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it was worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. Whatever you need, you can count on us. I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Eulmore, but that dream's now gone now. Burst like a bubble, or a boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphnode, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent days and days, But you've been running around, running up and down, trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up at Mount Gulg, didn't you? How hard can we marrying be? You're going to steer Eulmore into a better future, I know it. And I want to help. Properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you. But I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Thank you, Master Chai. But we must get ahead of ourselves. Eulmore needs one more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here, to find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in the Midi? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is, or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Valtry's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them they kept Eulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him here in the Midi? They may be able to shed some light on the reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristel then. As I recall, you made a rather favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Alright, Tristel. Greetings, friend. And to you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask about Rendon? I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Valthry gone, Eulmore wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Eulmore together, and that's still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, you'll be quite understand if you chose not to help. Or not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Eulmore, and I will not see you suffer for Balthur's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone who he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Eulmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive. Commit to this course, and prove to him Eulmore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change. I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest that you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Where the hell is Pit 8 at? This little congregation of abandoned buildings? Clearly.
誰かと思えばまたお前か。しかもゾロゾロと連れだって一人で説得できぬと見て助っ人でも呼んできたか。
呼んだわけではないが、確かに彼らは助っ人だ。いや、正確には手助けをしてくれた恩人だ。彼らはドンバウスリーの下でダミンを貪ってきた私たちを目覚めさせてくれた闇の戦士たちなのだ。
ほう、闇の戦士とな。
だがしかし、いつまでも恩人の優しさに甘え助力を受け続けるわけにはいかん。それではバウスリーの力に頼り全てを任せきりにしていた頃と大差がない。彼らは助っ人ではなく立ち会い人と考えていただきたい。
チャイヌズ殿。
殊勝な心がけだが、さてな。私は己を官僚であると規定してきた。民のため、国のため、政を司る者に対して助言を行い、その方針を最善の方法で実現すべく働いてきた自負がある。だが、それは理想を共有できればこそ、民が、国が、指導者が、理想とする楽園とやらに共感できなくなったがゆえに、私はユールモアから去ったのだ。チャイヌズとか言ったか。バウスリーの下で奔放な生活を送ってきた貴様がいかなる国を築かんとするというのだ。
その問いに一言をもって応じるほどの答えを私はまだ見出せてはいない。だが私はいかなる国を築くのかを市民が語れる国を作りたい。罪食いの脅威に怯えて暮らす世界で私を含め多くの者が身の安全と食料を求めてユールモアに集ってきた。一芸を持ち身の振り方を決められる労役市民はともかく、町の周辺に住まう者たちは食料の配給を断たれ今日明日を生き延びることに必死だ。自由市民に至ってはもっとひどい。未だ酒や快楽に溺れ 現実から目を背け続ける者も少なくない。今のままでは早々に富を食い潰す者も現れるだろう。私が元首となればその権限を持ってかつて国に差し出された財産の再分配を行うつもりだ。貧者であれ富者であれ、このような状態では国の未来など語れようものか。食料の早急な確保、周辺集落との関係改善、崩壊した産業の再建に他地域との連携強化、課題はまさに山積みだ。私は政治家でも国王でもない、ダイダロス社の跡取り、起業家だ。そんな私にできることは問題を分析し改善案を企画し収益を上げて部下を食わせること。レデン殿、ユールモアの民が国の理想を思い描き祭りごとに手を挙げられるようになるまでどうか力を貸していただきたい。
いかなる国を築くのかを民が語れる国か。悪くない方針だ。チャイヌズよ、お前が一時とはいえ国政を担うにふさわしい器か試させてもらうとしよう。
何をすればいい？
今ユールモアが抱える問題の一つを解決してもらう。そうでなければ改革など夢のまた夢、誰もお前については来ないだろうからな。
Huh. Alright. Right then, is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Eulmore now faces. I assume you'll agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah yes, meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume the alternate foodstuffs are not required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not likely to contribute much to society, save violence perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I will consider offering you my counsel. A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Eulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and, most importantly, find people willing to leave the city to take up the rebuilding effort. My. Think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. I began as a rather abstract had planned I drafted some time ago after speaking with the peoples of Eulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chinese. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet. Only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Rendon, and one which I have given much thought. I propose the use of talos to aid the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos. But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans would be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. Great. I'm being recruited! Miranda is quite right. Building a Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the fields of Colusia. It will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. So I'm guessing I find the wandering Taloses. Makes sense. You got Talos wandering around the place all little. Got Talos right there. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dastardly potent insult and insulating powder capable of halting the flow of ether in a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one lit fly. Well, let's disable them without damaging them. Ingenious! An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple matter of getting them to march to Eulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I've said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting for you to make a meal out of you. That's as may be, Kaishir, but Reddit tasked me with solving this problem. I'll not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my hair-brained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say that the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove that I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Alright, you're here. Gotta support the man. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Good. Let's be off to the quick way, through the main gate, to the north gate. Alright. Guide... What's this? Alert China natives when it's safe to approach the Talos. Okay, so I guess I have to wait till it's back turned. Oh, this is kind of like the This reminds me of the Final Fantasy IX thing, where you're controlling Cid in Kuja's palace. What's happening? I gave the signal. What's going on? Oh, I have to actually target him. Do I really need a spyglass for this? I did it! I did it! Let's move on to another tile, shall we? Oh boy, we got bombs. All right. I do believe in getting the hang of this. You may do the next one to me, Cecil. Oh, it's calling me now. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. God. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Eulmore's food source showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it's plain that your time with Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Eulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I'm wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me in the grant Eulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these tiles, I have no doubt they'll lend you their support. It would seem Eulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands, would you not agree? We should probably begin back soon, Master Chai. After you tinker with the chalice and all that. Lady Chai's worried sick.
よし、そのまま一列になってユールモアへ向かえ。
なんだこの音は。タロース。壊れたタロースが暴走してやがるのか。おい誰かバンペイを呼んできてくれ。市民の方はお下がりください。
待って。あなた。
もちろん帰ってくるに決ま。
苦しい。
あらあら、ママ、どうしましょう。
助かった。
ごめんなさい、あなた。帰ってきてくれたのが嬉しくて。
いや構わん。それよりも置き手紙だけでなくしっかり言葉で伝えてから外出すべきだった。
それじゃあ。
うん。私は元首の座から逃れるためにユールモアを出て行ったわけではない。補佐官としてレンデン殿を迎えるために交渉に行っていたのだ。その助力を得られた今、ようやく私は胸を張って言える。私はユールモアの元首の役目を引き受けさせてもらうと。
まあまあまあ、なんておめでたいのかしら。
Oh boy. All right then. Wonderful. That was quite a reception. One Master Child was so good to forget. More seriously, they were able to tell us to seize the public's attention. Once word is spread around Eulmore, it'll be that much simpler to gather and one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. No need to fret, Cecil. I've never felt better. Not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Eulmore. As for where to do it, for to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I wish the only place large enough to be the emergent. Then I'll go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet the new mayor. You there, Kaishir, was it? Would you go inform the residents of Gatetown and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I'll let the guards know not to bar the way of Authry's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming she's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? Dorman on the crown lid will show you up. Ah, yes, Master Cha told us to expect you. The Emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free and bounded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front. Right this way, miss. Alright.
Ahあ。
あなた
Come on, guy, you can do it.
みな、今日はよく集まってくれた。まず、自由市民の諸君、周囲を見渡してほしい。ドンバウスリー死生下の20年間とは異なる顔ぶれが混じっていることに気づくだろう。我々に仕えてくれていた労役市民たちはもちろん、敗戦街やゲートタウンに住まう市民権を持たない者もいる。そして何より我らを目覚めさせてくれた恩人闇の戦士たちもまた新たな出発となる今日という日に立会人として駆けつけてくれた。先日自由市民たちの間で行われた選挙にて、私チャイヌズがドンバウスリーの公認として新たな元首に選出された。そして私は名誉あるこの務めを受けさせていただくことをこの場にいる全員の前で宣言する。ただし期限付きの一時的な元首代行としてだ。自由市民と労役市民の関係、そして市民と非市民の関係、ドンバウスリーの下で決められた歪んだ制度を正すとしてユールモアという国をいかなる国にするのか、この大きな問題について私はここにいる全ての者が意見を交わし議論する必要があると考えている。だが我々が直面している現実の問題の前では理想を語り合う余裕などないというのが実情だろう。メオルに依存してきた食料問題、冷え込んだ周辺集落、他地域との関係改善、治安維持に産業再興、喫緊の課題があまりに多い。故に私は一人の起業家としてまずはここにいる皆の安全と安心を優先しようと思う。当然バウスリーが築いた偽りの楽園で怠惰な時を過ごしてきた私を含む自由市民にとっては多くの痛みを伴う改革も必要となろう。だが夢から覚めた私たちは現実を生きてゆかねばならない。私たちのために命を賭して天より光を払い闇を取り戻してくれた闇の戦士たちに恥じぬ生き方を、そして皆の暮らしが安定してきたその時、改めて理想のユールモアについて話し合わせてほしい。だからそれまでの間どうかこの私に いや、ユールモアという希望に皆の力を貸してもらいたい。
Oh, that was a resounding success. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stir them to action, I hope. If I've learned anything from all this, it is that change begins with the individual. It is but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Eulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. With it were within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which the city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that we have officially taken office, have you any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving to the emergence, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. And we will retain our current residence and will govern here in the parlor. I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got the time for a word? Yes, of course. Haven't bet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folks outside these walls who didn't even have enough food to last until tomorrow, and more who are counting the crumbs. If you have a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I should brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Cecila. I hope to see you again before long. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all got a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Eulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence that they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. So Alpinald's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something better has taken its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Eulmore for the people Master Chai has been going on about ain't gonna build itself, after all, now that I'm not that much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. It's just a matter of taking the first step. Surely to see Kai Shir thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Eulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beck Lug's studies have borne fruit in our absence. Alright, away we go! Making our way across this field. Alright, I need to get to the ocular. Guys, any luck yet? We've been gone for a good bit. Welcome back. We're to given to understand new mayor has taken office in Eulmore. Indeed, our good good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul searching, chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you'll see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference and concluded at length that White Orsite was ill-suited for our purposes. But Urianger, did you not say that compared to the massy soul of an Asian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did, and armed as we were with Becklug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul, a link which we did belatedly realize be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Orsite doth require. Thus, the shedding of these fleshly simulacra and the surfeit of ether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our physics. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Orsite instead, but we would be more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan, and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. Then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It's a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has presided a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turned to the transference of memories in the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique which I have a personal experience. Sessa, do you recall what we learned from our encounter with Doga and Unai? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and members of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wherever so it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Sessa return to the source and inform Cry on the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tatara will be relieved to hear we made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings down to Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Give our regards to Tatara, won't you? Alright, back to Tataru. I believe this is the last quest for 5.1, I believe. Cecily, you're back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Carnell will be here shortly and she'll want to hear it too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. God, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything in the moment she gets here. It's one of these things, huh?
お待たせしちゃったわね。魔刀屋様からの助言を受けて、みんなの体にひとまずの処置をしたところよ。これで今しばらくは生命力の揺らぎも安定してくれるはず。それで第一世界でのみんなの様子はどうだったの？
なるほど。そのベイクラグさんという方の協力で少しずつ帰る方法の研究が始まっているのですね。
確かに白星石を使って魂を運ぶというのはいいアイディアだと思うわ。なら私たちは研究の進展を信じて肉体の維持に全力を尽くさなくっちゃね。
折よく来てくれていたか。
Ah!
話が早くて助かる。
Stinian's here!
よ、無事に旅先から戻ったようじゃないか。
More or less. You should have seen me.
エスティニアンさん、連絡が取れなくなって心配していました。
動乱の帝都から脱出して帰還しようとしていた道中でリオルとかいう暁の御帝と出会ってな。ひとまずここに立ち寄らせてもらった。
帝都で動乱って一体何があったのですか？
さて、どこから話したものか。お前たちから帝国の秘密兵器の調査と始末を依頼され、ラザハン経由で帝国領に潜入したんだが、ある属州の魔導工場で漆黒の王老、いや今は影の狩人と名乗っているんだったか。とにかくガイウス・バイサルと出会ってな。京都を打診され帝都まで同行することになったんだ。そしてその中枢魔導城にて俺たちは驚くべき人物と出会うことになる。アシエンから肉体を奪い返したあの男、ゼノスイエガルバスだ。しかも奴は俺たちの目の前で父親でもある皇帝バリスを殺害。激高したガイウスがゼノスに切りかかり、
Headaches!
おい！
Ooh. I've seen him in action. His body, at least. You'll not best him alone. Nay, death not come easy to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Come then. Huh. Ah, the simple pleasure of one's own flesh. Surely there is no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Cecil is barely a match for him. If we stay here much longer. And Perverse! Your Radiance, are you alright? We may wear out a welcome. Your Radiance! No! Must even the most modeling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. Oh shit. Let's skip that dialogue. Xenos! Well, any bright ideas? Just one. Oh, nice. Your Radiance! The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. Oh, I'm a Sinian now. Alert! Alert! Intruders are detecting the appear away. All available units converge. Seems there's no turning back. We must force our way. There they are! Stop them! Let's keep moving. There's no end to them. You won't escape, guys. Balzar. You will pay for your crimes, traitor. I was wondering when the Imperial Garden would appear. Focus on the Magitech armor first. Ania, on my mark. I think not. Damn it. This way, quickly! We make ourselves easy marks by moving together. I suggest we split up. Alright then, I'll take the low road, so to speak. I'll see you outside. Stay safe. Alright, I have no idea if I'm going the right way or not, but I'm going somewhere. Well. Someone's been busy. Oh, another Ultima. Really? Oh, who the hell? Uh-oh. And you would be more bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nidhogg. Lend me your strength. It's like fused to the machine. Seems we've been afforded an impromptu field test. Ready off battle data and begin sequence test 2.0. I'm staying so strong. Look at this shit. I had much time. I said ready the battle data, damn you. Now loading data sample 14. If you bomb away, then you'll feel the fury of Nidhogg. It's not working. Ready another sample. The one taken from cast from Albania. Now loading data sample 12. Increase generator output to maximum. Activate Magitech field. Full power. It works. It works! Gripped Ultima is unstoppable. Unstoppable? We shall see about that. Nidhogg, show them your fury. Oh. wrecked. Garlands and their Machina. Now, where are you guys? Great.
俺の過去を見たといったところか。
私が見た光景も同じよ。さすがに追体験するほどの強烈な原子じゃなかったけれど。
やれやれ。その異能を直に見たのは久しぶりだが、なんとも奇妙なものだな。ともかく肉体を取り戻したゼノスはこの兵が来ると興ざめしただのと抜かして消えやがった。その後の行方はようとして知れずだ。
まさかあの時のアラミ語での超える力の研究がこんな大事を引き起こすだなんて。死を超越して他者に憑依してたばかりじゃなく、自身の体を取り戻したなんて。信じられる？まるで不滅なるアシエンだわ。
常識外という点では次元の狭間を越えて異界を旅してきたどこぞの英雄殿も大概だとは思うがな。ともかく皇帝を失った上に皇太子だったゼノスも消えたとあって帝国は大荒れだ。しばらくは侵略戦争どころじゃあるまい。黒バラに関しても理由はどうあれゼノスが使用を阻止した。これらの情報は今頃リオルとやらがエオルゼア同盟軍に伝えてるはずだからな。あとはアイメリクたちお偉方に任せていいだろう。
確かにギムリとの戦場も落ち着きそうね。内乱となれば帝国の属州の今後が心配だけれど。ところでガイウスはどうしているの？途中までは一緒だったのでしょ？
ああ、ヤスとは帝国本土を脱出した後で別れた。何でも新たな脅威を察知したとかでな。詳しいことは分からんが、ヤスと過去に因縁のある存在が皇帝不在の状況で動き出した気配があるそうだ。一時とはいえ共に行動して感じたが、もはやガイウスはエオルゼや侵略を企むような男じゃない。自由にやらせておけばいいさ。
そうですね。でも新たな脅威と言われるとなんだか漠然とした不安を感じてしまいます。リオルさんや東方の忍びさんたちに情報を共有して警戒を強めた方がいいかもしれませんね。
さて、俺からの報告は以上だ。対応を依頼された黒バラの脅威も去った今、 契約は終了ってことでいいんだろ？
はい、それはそうなのですが、賢人の皆さんもまだお目覚めになっていない状況です。よければもう少しここで一緒に。
悪いが約束は約束だ。ガイウスがそうしているように俺も好きにやらせてもらう。
突然の協力要請に応えてくれて感謝しているわ。アルフィノ君が慕うだけのことはあるわね。
それじゃな相棒、今度は戦場で倒れるような危なっかしいことはしてくれるなよ。
さあ、私たちも解散しましょう。賢人たちの肉体についてはこっちに任せて、あなたはゆっくり体を休めておいてね。
Well, that was something. You must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beck Lug can manage without you. They've got enough science to help them, if you ask me. Huh. Meanwhile, in Garlemald, uh-oh, what's going on here? Civil war? Traitors, you deny Lord Nerva the throne? Oh. Who the hell is Lord Nerva? Onward! Before this day is done, the victory shall be ours. Oh boy, this place is not looking too good. Oh, there's Xenos. Boring, boring, boring. Do you think? I find it amusing. Like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. The hue. Your soul is... Who are you? Ooh. For your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. But for I know full well the prey you seek next. Zodiarch. Uh-oh. Well, that's not ominous at all. What's going on here? Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks and looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages too. They're even laying on free talos to help anyone willing to make the move. Free talos? Huh. We best get packing. Steady work, board, and lodging. That's not a recipe for hope. I don't know what is. Well, things be working. Things be going smoothly here. Oh, Ardbert. Hope. Oh, he's not all glowy. Uh-oh. Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see that feeble flame rekindled. Oh, this doesn't sound like Ardbert at all. Oh boy. 'Tis my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. Oh god. Alright. And that is the end of this part. Oh, so, when we come back, we will dive into patch 5.2. Actually, before I do that, I want to mention something, but I want to see. I don't remember where this is unlocked. Was it in Doman Enclave? Where is this unlocked? I don't. Hang on. All right. Let me see here. There's relic weapons. So, I guess I have to do the relic weapon shit first. But, Boja is unlocked. Or I can now unlock Boja, but there's a series of quests I have to do first. I guess I didn't realize that. But, here's how I'm gonna do with Boja. Because it's an interesting storyline, but there's quite a grind to it. So I'm gonna do what I'm doing with the weekly quests for the Comra stuff, where I'm going to be recording all of the story missions, and then once they're all done, I'm going to be putting them all into one video. And then I'm going to be throwing them up on YouTube. I have no idea when that's going to be coming out. That's something I'm not going to start until I'm actually caught up with the entire story. So I had to go through all the. So once I finish, get through patch 5.55, then I'll focus on other things. But like with the Comra stuff, I have no idea when that's going to come out for YouTube. So it'll come out whenever when it's ready, pretty much. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to show you, but I guess I forgot that there was a series of quests you had to do first, which is fine. I can do it on my off time. But yeah, when we come back, we will dive into patch 5.2 and continue the story and see what else we can learn. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.